think it's recording.
Sounds very
All right.
good. I think I was getting
That's good. So, really, what have you guys seen on the conferring and with the lead forward strategies? Do you think we're making progress towards increasing by 5%? Would y'all say? Do y'all see the correlation yet, or do you think it's something that's going to take more time?
I think it's going to take a little more time, but you do see improvement in some areas, with the kiddos as far as getting them to apply what they know in their independent read, and you can tell that they're thinking about it.
So have you seen like they're enjoying reading more, that the teacher's involved more?
Yes, and I've had a student actually say, this is the first time I've ever read a book and I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like reading. So yes, they do. I see improvement in that area.
What do you
really
think?
feel like the reading we're doing in the science and social studies
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
has been, I've really heard a lot of good things from them, mostly because they've really never done it before.
Mm-hmm.
But they are saying that with that weekly practice, that the kids are really starting to understand like what to look for in that
Mhm.
expository text and how to mark, they're teaching how to mark the text and annotate and do some things to it, and the kids are starting, I think we're going to see some improvement that way from them as well
Mhm.
as the other, but I think that's been a huge support with them doing it in science and social studies, just an extra time to read.
So do you think that's something we need to get with them on to see kind of what strategies they're using and what we're using, just kind of compare? Would that be helpful, or?
Well, I've shared a lot of what we do
Mhm.
with them, as well as them just going out and finding some of their own, taught them a few things as well. Not that we couldn't, but
Mhm.
we've talked about there's probably even some better things we could do to help them.
Like the thesis statement, topic sentences, things like
We've
that.
been struggling with that the kids need to realize how to find and do. So yes, that really is a good idea.
Because I think thesis statement is one of the hardest things. Because you
Yes.
teach it over and over and over.
Yes.
It's so simple, it seems like,
Social
to
studies
us.
was trying to do that with their DBQ,
Mhm.
their big lesson in 6th grade, and they said it was very hard for 6th graders.
Wow.
Very hard for them to get to one. And you can imagine a social studies class. So yes, anything that we can do together to support them as well as us, we do need to do.
Have you gotten much feedback on the lead forward?
I have a little.
Mhm.
More than anything, it's been a lot of, hey, I did a strategy today.
Yeah.
Let me know that they've done one, but that's great. Say,
right.
has it worked?
It's
And
a starting
how's it
point.
going? And the kids really liked it. And
Mhm.
I heard somebody planning a lesson today, and I heard them say, hey, we need to do that one thing, ping pong, or
yeah.
we need to use this
Ping
for that.
pong
So
center.
I hear the strategies being talked about and used, there, and I've seen I've seen them in classrooms too. So it's hard to say if they help, but I do think people have noticed it's just a fun way and a better way sometimes to do some of the things that we already do.
Mhm.
Or sometimes people, say, well, I already do that, we just call it this, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But which is great. It's just trying to do for some people who don't have those tricks in their bag yet, to have some to kind of fall on, that have not taught
the formal assessments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that is a huge part that we do miss, is formally assessing.
Yes.
So we get so caught up in teaching the lesson and the TEAC that we're not always measuring
Yes.
their work as well.
I think if you have a lead forward activity planned, you are more likely to do the assessment that day. You don't get that caught up because you already have it.
So that's your
ready.
big idea. You're kind of building towards that.
Setting out on your desk and you're ready to use it, and otherwise you kind of get caught up.
I agree.
So
That intentional planning.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraging several teachers, like, don't forget about, I have fancy cards and all that kind of stuff, or websites, but I had to write down my questions. I'm always pushing everybody, write down those higher level questions.
Yeah.
To ask the kids, for them to be able to practice and use and stuff, because they don't automatically come to us. So that's another reason I like the strategies. it just takes time to get those embedded into your routine as a teacher, so I think I like that those are kind of built in that way too.
What about our literature circles? Are we seeing everybody do them? Do you think everybody does them?
No.
Every English teacher?
No. The true struggle is for a lot of people is still the 48-minute period.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like Miss McGinnis handle it very well and
Mm-hmm.
do it all the time, and just it's like a built-in part of her whole class. But I wish I could get more to do that like she does, but maybe we'll get there someday. But they are some, and some are like up to like doing it a day a week, or maybe sometimes 2 days a week. Better than nothing.
So you think the small steps
I
will
think it's baby
pay
steps
off?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's a fear of discipline in a lot of them too.
For middle school, I think.